from Buffalo Bills Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. It's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And we are underway in Buffalo. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Out now come the Patriots as they are led out by their quarterback, a former MVP of the National Football League back in 2015, Cam Newton.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Fair catch signal for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On play action, Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. So now after the sack, Cam of the Patriots going to look up at a 3rd and long. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, He's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
It's now second.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Open man Hamler. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. K.J. Hamler, 54 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives are impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Under pressure, and down he goes.
A loss of 8 yards.
Someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Formation for the Patriots.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And returning it, here's Hamler. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. The 20. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A big play here for Buffalo. 42 yards.
Goal at the 4-yard line.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Dawson Knox with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. What a first quarter. Boom, you're up 3 scores just like that, and the offense clicking.
And they're thinking to themselves, we can totally overwhelm this team. Now flip it over. They're going to get the ball back.
Yeah.
Can't panic here. Talk to yourselves one play at a time to try and get back in.
And that's cliche, but really that's the message. This is still very early on in the game. We're in the first quarter.
If you look at it as down 20, then you almost have no shot.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25 yards.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
3-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Newton. Open man is Trey Burton. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First down, Patriots.
Out of the gun, Newton. This one into the hands of Burton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Trey Burton. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he's going to go down again.
Cam Newton sacked.
Starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that is incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Coverage on the play by Patrick Chung.
Allen off the play fake. Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Allen off play action. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
The score, Bills 20, Patriots nothing.
Off the play fake. Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. K.J. Hamler with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And that stretches the lead to 27. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10. At their own.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So now after the sack, Cam and the Patriots going to look up at a 3rd and long. A play fake to Michelle, now Newton. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And Oliver, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
46-yard line.
Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Off play action, Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. K.J. Hamler on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. To return, here's Agnew. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Cam Newton and the Patriots set to go again on offense. And this defense, they came prepared. He's probably going to be seeing them in his sleep if they don't fix things. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me...
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your...
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. That pick-6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out and start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
To return, here's Agnew. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Getting set to go again here. Cam Newton marches back onto the field. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little.
And now look at him go. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards. Newton. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Trey Burton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Pats able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
The kick is good.
So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Allen now off the play fake. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Going deep for Diggs. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he's able to put it through. And man, Charles, talk about singing something in there. And those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown.
Agnew on the return. The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 27.
Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Williams. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. New England on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Newton. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Loss of 8 yards.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Their own 34 yards.
A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. Deshaun Watson, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Allen. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
Off play action. Allen. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. Off the play fake. Allen. Flushed out right. Going deep for Diggs. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills head on. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Tyler Bass to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. To return, here's Agnew. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Cam Newton and the Patriots set to go again on offense. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. And now the throw hauled in by Green. That catch good for only a couple. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. To return, here's Agnew. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early in the elements. You're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On 2nd and 10, Newton firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. He's got his tight end, Burton. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Out of bounds, the offense retains possession.
Now Newton on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
2nd and 10.
To throw again, Newton. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Yards to go.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Hamler now on the return. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs. We're in the 2nd quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know it.
Now the defense loses him. It's complete.
Oh, that's the way to run it,
All the way home for a Bills touchdown. K.J. Hamler on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
To return, here's Agnew. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
There's Mike Williams now as his guys head back out to go on offense. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Second and 10, Newton again. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, but now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 10.
This time they stay on the ground, and they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And it's fielded at the 34. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now Allen to throw. Off play action. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. A final shot before half for Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
It's now second down.
And here's Allen. A final shot before break. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. K.J. Hamler as time expires in the first half. And the Bills continue to pour it on. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 20.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. Off play action. Allen. He'll air this one out from Mims. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30.
First and 10.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. K.J. Hamler, 30 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes, someone delivering it accurately, offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. To return, here's Agnew. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
It's been fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the 3rd quarter. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. The 30. 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. K.J. Hamler. An even 90 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
It doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
Agnew on the return. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And Oliver in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just...
Oh, they're up, and that is going to be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you...
He's got a man, complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. His throw caught right around the 6. Then he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. K.J. Hamler, 36 yards. And the Bills capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
New England trying to get a place on offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
It's so tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Play action. It's Newton. And that is incomplete.
Newton's pass intended for Trey Burton. Incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go.
It got his man complete. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. K.J. Hamler, 72 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Bass to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. To return, here's Agnew. And he returns this to the 22.
Agnew on the return. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Now comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Late on the coverage.
On 3rd down, Newton, quick hitter here, it's complete. And a good tackle there right around the 30, stops him short of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down, brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And he fires one that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
Intercepted by the Patriots.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Got a man open, that's Harry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. They'll run it. This is Michel. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
And it's Michel once again. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
The ball carrier.
And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
A shotgun snap for Newton. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 35-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Newton. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you...
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
5 yards. It's
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They'll try to run it in, Michel. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. Nice job holding them out of the end zone on 3rd down. I think you need to give a big assist to this crowd.
Yeah, they're really rallying them, aren't they? They're behind them the whole way. And they get that little bit of extra motivation when you're in a tough situation. Let's see what happens here on 4th down if they go for it. Can the crowd help them one more time?
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They're a 33 yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On play action, Allen. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another big gain or two in succession as this one goes for 32. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. K.J. Hamler there to make the grab. And the Bills add on. Bass on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1. At the 34-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
3rd down. And 1 yard to go.
Out of the gun. Newton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he will have a Patriots first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
First down, Patriots.
On first down, Newton. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Newton. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Newton. He's got Burton here. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Trade Burton. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Patriots able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. K.J. Hamler returning it. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. K.J. Hamler, he flat out can't be stopped as his guys continue to pour it on. And he knocks it through. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points.
Tyler Bass to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. An Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun. Newton. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall.
Had to get it up quickly, but it's blocked. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He'll air this one out from Mims. He rifles one that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Newton, his throw incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd and short.
It's 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Newton. And that will be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
1st and 10 at their own 26.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there. They decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Patriots ready to get the football back. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. And Green with a catch left side. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Patriot 1st down.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
The 10-yard line.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Patriots offense now. They work their way back onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out of practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
2nd down and 10.
Allen off the play fake. They will find Davis. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.